Welcome to the Push Podcast, where we explore ideas that inspire and empower.
Welcome to the Push Podcast, where we explore the depths of our shared human experience. Today, we're diving into a topic that's woven into the fabric of our society: racial and social injustice. It's a journey that requires us to look in the mirror, confront uncomfortable truths, and strive for a world where every voice is heard, every story matters, and every person is valued. Imagine life as a vast, intricate tapestry. Each thread represents a unique individual, a distinct culture, a powerful story. When you take a step back, you see a beautiful picture, a vibrant community filled with diverse colors and patterns. But what happens when some threads are pulled tight, or worse, cut away altogether? The tapestry becomes distorted, incomplete. Today, we share personal narratives that illuminate these injustices and the movements that rise against them. Let's start with a story from Maya, a young activist who found her voice after experiencing discrimination firsthand. In her words, "As a child, I was often the only person of color in my classroom. I remember one day, a classmate turned to me and said, 'You don't belong here.' Those words cut deeper than any knife could. I felt invisible, as if my very existence was a threat to the norm. But it was through that pain that I discovered my purpose. I began to speak out, sharing my experiences and listening to others. I realized that my voice was a thread in that tapestry, and every story woven together could create a more complete picture." Maya's story resonates with many. It highlights the importance of listening and understanding. It's about empathy, that powerful force that allows us to connect despite our differences. Let's take a moment to visualize a garden. In this garden, each plant represents a different culture and background. Some blossoms brightly, while others struggle to grow in the shadows. What if we nurtured all the plants equally, giving them sunlight, water, and a space to flourish? A garden of diversity not only beautifies our world, but it strengthens it. Just like a garden, our society thrives when we embrace our differences, promoting growth rather than competition. Now, let's hear from Alex, a community organizer who has been at the forefront of the movement of social change. In Alex's words, "I grew up in a neighborhood where injustice was the norm. I watched families torn apart by systemic inequality. But rather than despair, I chose to act. I organized community meetings, bringing people together to share their stories. Through these gatherings, I witnessed some beautiful things. The realization that our struggles are interconnected. When one of us rise, we all rise. This is the essence of community. It's about lifting each other up, recognizing the strength in our unity." Alex reminds us that activism isn't just about grand gestures. It's in the small, everyday actions we take to support one another. Every conversation, every moment of empathy, every time we challenge our bias, we contribute to a more just society. As we wrap up today's episode, let's reflect on these narratives. Racial and social injustices are not relics of the past. They are present in our lives, waiting for us to confront them. Consider the tapestry and the garden we've discussed. How can you contribute to this beautiful and diverse world? How can you ensure that your thread is woven into the fabric, that your plant receives the sunlight it needs? Let's strive for a society where empathy reigns, where our differences are celebrated, and where every voice matters. Thank you for joining us in this important conversation. Together, we can push for change, uplift one another, and embrace the beauty of our diverse humanity. Until next time, keep pushing forward. And as always, I'm Lost Judah. Out.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of The Push Podcast. We hope you found inspiration and valuable insights to help you on your journey. If you enjoyed the conversation, please take a moment to like, subscribe, and follow us on social media for more updates. Remember, every step forward counts, so keep pushing forward. See you next time.